Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to another episode in my top 5 budget unusuals series. In the first episode of this series we focused on scout unusuals, and of course we are going to be going in order of how the classes are presented in game. So this next episode is going to be focusing on the soldier. First off, I'd just like to quickly apologise for the fact I didn't upload yesterday. I am going to double upload today, but the video I was meant to be uploading was uploaded today actually, because last night I tried to render it 3 individual times, all of which took over an hour, and various parts of the video just didn't render properly. I think there's something wrong with my editing software that I've got to look into, so apologies for that, but I hope you enjoyed the double upload today. But without further ado, we're going to be looking at 5 soldier unusuals that are probably cost around like a decent price for any of you guys trying to build like a decent loadout. Maybe you've done a bit of trading and want an end game hat, and you're looking for a nice soldier unusual, and hopefully this video can give you some insight into what you can afford. I've been told by everyone in like my Discord when I asked them about the scout episode, they said around 30 keys and under, so that is the kind of price range I'm using, and I've tried to get a good range of prices for this episode. So without further ado, let's get into the 5th hat of the list. So in the first spot on this list we have the TF logo Jumper's Jute Cap. This hat is priced at 20 keys, so is in the kind of mid-range of these unusuals under the 30 key mark. Honestly, TF logo for me is a really underrated effect, and I've always been a really big fan of the Jumper's Jute Cap. The hat itself is extremely simplistic, being just a short green hat covering the soldier's eyes with a pair of goggles on the top. Overall, this is a really nice hat and definitely deserves its spot on this list for a very good price. So next up on the list we have the Blizzardy Storm Defiant Spartan. With this hat costing just 19 keys, this is actually pretty cheap for what it is. The Defiant Spartan for me is once again a very underrated hat. I've owned various unusual forms of it, and overall it just looks really good and combos well with a lot of cosmetics. Blizzardy Storm is also a really nice effect in my opinion. It's quite noticeable and just looks pretty cool, so overall a very nice hat. So at the midway point on this list we have the Purple Energy Brain Bucket. This is going to be the second most expensive unusual on the list, costing 28 keys. Purple Energy is of course a high tier effect and possibly one of my favourite effects, and the Brain Bucket, although it isn't a hat to be taken too seriously, does look really nice in my opinion. If we look past the fact the soldier just has a bucket on his head, it's actually quite good and does kind of look good in some loadouts in a really weird way, so definitely a pretty cool item there for a really respectable price. So in the runner-up spot on the list we have the Kilowatt Conquistador. This hat is the cheapest on the list, costing just 14 keys, and I'm not really too sure why, but I feel like the effect and the hat on this really combo well together. The Conquistador itself is a pretty dope hat in my opinion. It's really unique and I can't really name any other hats that have a very similar style. Kilowatt is a really underrated effect in my opinion. It is kind of like low tier, very low tier in fact, but I don't know, I feel like it looks kind of cool, and terawatt also does respectively. Overall this is a really cool hat for a very affordable price. And coming in at the number 1 spot, the hat I believe is the nicest budget soldier unusual on the market right now is the Haunted Ghost Spellshocker. I don't know what it is about the Spellshocker, but I really like it. I mean, especially in this SFM with the loadout used, it just looks really good. Haunted Ghost is possibly one of my favourite effects as well, because it really isn't too noticeable from a distance, it won't make you stand out, but when you see it up close it does look really nice. And for the price of just 29 keys, it does look really good. Although this is pretty pricey considering it's meant to be a budget unusual, it still is affordable for a lot of traders out there that are looking to buy that end game soldier hat. But that is just about it for this video guys. Let me know what you thought of the list down below. If you like this new style of video where it's got the SFM and the text beside it, then do be sure to drop a like, and that is just about it guys. So thank you again so much for watching, and peace.